Welcome back. This is Walt Hampton, and this is Book Yourself Solid, the fastest, easiest, and most reliable system for getting more clients than you can handle, even if you hate marketing and selling. Rudyard Kipling once said, "Words are the most powerful drug used by mankind." So in this video, we're going to talk about the writing strategy, another of the 6 core self-promotion strategies in Book Yourself Solid. Now, before you say to yourself, "I'm not a writer," and click to the next video, I want to encourage you to spend just a few minutes with me. Because here's what's true. If you can speak, you can write. And even if writing isn't one of your natural talents, it's a skill that can be learned well enough for you to master the Book Yourself Solid writing strategy. And of course, it's always possible to collaborate with a colleague who writes or to work with a ghostwriter if you'd like to. So, if you decide to use the Book Yourself Solid writing strategy to supercharge your marketing efforts, which it will, I want you to consider using this 3-part formula. The first part, part 1, is to plan it. Part 2 is to create it. And part 3, that's right, share it, get it out in the world. Let's begin with part 1, planning it. In this phase, you're going to decide on what your subject is, choose the topic, and clarify your objectives. The subject is the broad category of knowledge that you'd like to write about, like business, dancing, or boating. Likely you already know a lot about particular subjects. And of course you can feel free to dive into new subject areas if you'd like to. The topic is the narrow focus within your subject category. So for example, if boating is your chosen subject, then a narrower focus might be water sports, or more focused still might be water skiing safety tips. And once you're clear on your subject and the focus within that subject category, you will want to clarify your outcome. What is the objective for the piece that you're going to write? Remember, as you're defining this outcome, as you're clarifying this objective, consider the urgent needs and compelling desires of your target market. Now, in part 2 of this strategy, you're going to create your piece. And you don't have to over-engineer this process, so don't get overwhelmed. It can be a very basic structure. First, create an attention-grabbing headline, keeping in mind your target audience, and also keeping in mind keywords your target audience might use to search for what you're writing about. Next, focus on writing an introduction that summarizes your objective in the piece, explaining to your reader why you are writing about the topic you're writing about and why it's important to them. A strong introduction will engage the reader, and he or she will want to read on. They'll want to devour the entire piece. Then, write the body of your piece. This is where you deliver on the promise of your pithy title and introduction. Make it easy for your reader to consume. Use concise information. Consider using subheadings and lists. People love lists. Be consistent in your layout. And again, be mindful of optimizing the content with the keywords important to your target market and the outcome that you want for them. Now, write your conclusion, bringing it all together for your reader. And don't forget, and this is important, at the end, let your reader know what you do in the world and how to follow up with you. Now, go back through your piece, revise it as necessary, edit it, proofread it, and then before you know it, you're ready to share what you've written. Now, I want to talk about a couple of ways to share it. You can share it, of course, on the web, on your website, in a blog. The internet offers so many ways to get your valuable content out into the world. Important, of course, is to consider the best of these places to reach your own target audience. When using the writing strategy on the web, remember that consistency of sharing your content is key in developing your reputation and credibility, and helps optimize your visibility in the internet space. The search engines like this consistency. Now, of course, you can also share your stuff in print. And while the print market is competitive, it can also be so rewarding. Think big, but start small. Start out by requesting the writing and publishing guidelines from the places that you are thinking about getting your piece into. Write a query letter or send an email, and then follow up with the editor. Publishing in print is a longer-term strategy, and it doesn't happen overnight. So you need to be both patient and persistent. But in the end, the payoff is huge. Now, I would love to share some exercises with you on developing your writing strategy. So when you're ready, be sure to reach out to me. And in the meantime, remember, whether you think of yourself as a writer or not, the Book Yourself Solid writing strategy is a powerful way to supercharge your marketing. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next video, where I'll be talking about the web strategy. Yes, isn't it curious that we've saved the web strategy for last? You're not going to want to miss this one. Bye for now.